Well, we're in a world that is just so chaotic and so divided, and it's not an easy place to be, no matter where we are in the world. There's just so many issues and things and frustrations and tragedies and suffering. Like it's rampant. This planet is a very difficult place to be on, and I don't believe I'm alone in thinking this, but I feel like, so many people have had enough, have had enough. We have to now start moving forward, and break free from the horrible way, the pattern that, has been playing out on this earth for way too long, the division, just all the divisions, just it's too much. And there's only one way forward. There's no one single answer. There's no one ideology. That we've had so many stupid ideologies about everything. Like, look at all the religions we've had. They're all ideologies. They're all just ideas. And they all say, oh, we have the ultimate religion. And look at all the political ideologies and the economic ones, and they're just ideas, but they're not answers. They don't bring us together. Like, all this stuff, all of these ideas that these singular leaders come up with, it's all a load of bullshit. I'm just going to say it. It really is. And there's only one thing that will bring us forward, and that is our hearts. That is love. And what is love? What is it? It's just the antithesis of all of this division and separation in the world. Love unites us. When we come from a place of love, truly in our hearts, if we come from the mind only, just from this sphere up here, it has its purpose, but, we can't find the true answer. There's only one place. It's a place of oneness in our heart. When we truly, truly come into alignment with our hearts, this is where we find our way forward, And I'm not saying I've been perfect in this or anything. I've had moments where I felt like, this just frustration with other people and a sense of division and everything. But, it's through the heart that we find our way together. And sure, the thing is, there are people who they're going to make choices to not come from their heart, and they may try to fight us and everything. And I'm just learning, the best way is to just walk away from that, turn the other cheek, let them be to their experience and realize, there's nothing I can do to change that. And just also hold, once I've let them go, hold a space of love in my heart, just knowing that it is possible that, that they'll wake up from this. They'll rise up from this experience and find something higher. But, while they're not wanting to rise up in love with me, in from where I'm coming from, then I just have to keep moving on up. There's no point going backwards to try and pick up and grab every single person's hand who is floundering around in their own illusions, We help who we can. We help who wants to rise with us, because anyone outside of that, they're just going to become a burden, So you don't have to be at the same level of consciousness to, as long as there's that upward motion, it's all fine. The heart, can lift with one another. As I lift my heart's energy, it can help others around me and everything to lift up in theirs, and they rise up in consciousness and awakening. I rise up in consciousness, and it's all good because it's creating this beautiful pathway, this beautiful energetic flow that's upwards, that's moving us upwards. And what you'll find with all of the horrible stuff in the world, the war and the division and these psychotic leaders that we have in the world, it's not like we're going to sort of, there will be practical measures to sort that out. That's not what I'm talking about. That there, as we come together and start coming from our hearts, which brings us together with one another to stand united, they'll fall away. They won't be sort of have all of our attention anymore, like they'll just fall away from their power, because we won't be supporting it anymore by trying to change them or anything. Like, they'll just be brought to justice and off they go, or whatever, or they'll die. It doesn't matter. It's not important. They are not important. They don't need our attention. Our attention needs to go on one another and supporting one another and helping one another and seeing, how can I be of service to my brother? How can I help my sister to raise up in, in herself? I don't want to try and change people, but how can I help? What does my heart say? How can I help this person? And the answers are always going to be different, because it's so creative. Love is a creative flow, and there is no single answer. It's what's known as the Christ, and the Christ is what unites us. The Christ is what raises us up, and it drives us to want to raise one another up in whatever way we can. Just through a smile, through some kind words, through bearing the load a little bit for, someone else, just sharing the load and helping them out a little bit, and whatever way we can. Taking people by the hand and, let's go together, let's move onwards together. And if they don't want to take our hand, that's okay. We don't have to waste our time trying to do that. And it's not even it is a waste of time, because, dragging, it's like, imagine you're just dragging along this dead donkey, a stubborn donkey that doesn't want to move. That's what it's like. If someone doesn't want to raise up in their consciousness, if they don't want to raise up in love with you, then what's the point of dragging at that donkey? Just let go of the reins, that rope, and let it go. Like, all right, stay there, don't worry about it. It's okay. I'm going, I'm moving on. So what brings us together? Let love be the guide. Let love be the source of everything for making decisions. Let it come from your heart. The heart has all the answers, and the heart is where the Christ is found. The heart is where our highest expression of self is found, and the heart holds the truth. Let love unite us. Let love be your guide. I love you.